This sister, unbeknownst to me, had a relationship with this man all along. And then when I told her that script,
Audio Jungle.
hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for tuning into my channel today. This is Doshai TV, where we talk about all things life, love, faith, and everything in between. I hope you're ready for another midnight gist series today because I have juicy gist. And all these things I'm going to be talking about on Midnight Gist series they're all true stories, things that happened. So let me begin straight away. This was when I was 21. I had finished high school, secondary school, when I was 17, 18, and then I did a 2-year diploma. I'm 21. I just left my diploma. I wanted to go back for my bachelor's degree later, so I was just working. I was a teacher collecting very small salary. So, if you know me, I'm a church girl. So I met this young, dynamic guy in church. And he was a church leader. Now, interdenominational fellowship. This guy was a church leader. So we became close and then we started dating. And this guy, I was in love completely. I don't know why. Right now, when I think about it, there's really nothing to point fingers on why I was in love with this guy. So, the way it was that this guy just made me his ATM machine. Like, if he needed something, he would just call, this is what I need, and I'll find a way. Superwoman, find a way to make it happen. So, so there was a particular time I was in school, so I had collected my salary. So I just had more change left. So I called him. I was like, okay, what do you want? Would you want me to come cook for you, buy things with this money and come cook for you? Or would you want me to go to an eatery? Then there was a fast food place called Mr. Biggs. Would you like me to go to Mr. Biggs and buy things, buy some food for you instead? Do you know what this guy said? He said, you could do both. I was like, hey, I don't have money. I don't have money for both. And then he now added, and you can also buy me some ice cream. See, I didn't have any money then. I was broke. So I borrowed money from my colleagues in the office to go buy things to cook for this guy and go buy things at the eatery, go to the fast food joint, the Mr. Big's place, buy some things and take to him. He was eating that and taking the ice cream while waiting for what I was cooking. There was another time. There was another time he wanted to travel. And he was like, oh, I want to travel. I don't have enough money. I told him, I said, I don't have money too. The only thing I have is my tithe. And he was like, yeah, you could bring it. So that is how I handed it over. To show that I had valued this guy more than God. And to show that this is not a union that God will bless. So I was deeply in love with this guy. I could do anything for this guy except one thing. And then it came to a particular time. I think we dated for about a year, going to 2 years. And then it came to a particular time that that's the one thing that I could not do. That was what this guy wanted. One day, this guy just called me from the blues and was like, well, we've been having this relationship, we've not, slept together. So that's what I want right now. I'm like, what? I cannot offend the Lord like this. I'm a church girl. The guy is a church. He's a leader. I don't want to call his position, but he's a leader in church. So asking this alone disappointed me, and I was like, how kind of person is this guy? But I didn't want to judge, and he made it in such a way that it was a deal breaker. If you say no, then we don't have a relationship anymore. What will I do? I thought about it, and heartbroken as I was, I walked away from the love of my life. Hey, I was so heartbroken. I was so heartbroken. Then in that heartbreak, I went into an uncompleted building and I just sat and I was gazing into the skies, thinking about my heartbreak and my pain. And there came a sister, a young lady sister that was also a leader in that fellowship. And this sister said, "Oh, Sister Dushai, it seems like there's something wrong with you. What is the problem?" And this is not something that I wanted people to know. And then there came this sister, a shoulder to lean on, right? That was what I thought. So she just came talking to me. And then she said, I have the gift. I'll never forget that statement. She said, I have the gift of keeping people's secrets. So if you tell me, you will never hear it anywhere. So I was like, wow, here comes a shoulder that I can lean on. So I told this sister what I was going through, but I did not mention names. So she said, I have a feeling that I know this person that you're talking about, the guy that really wants to sleep with you before he's in a relationship with you, because that's something that we just did not do in church. Also, I thought that that's something that you just don't do. So she said, yeah. I said, yeah. She said, is it the person I'm thinking? Is it the sex guy in this fellowship? I said, yes, he's the one. But since you said you have the gift of keeping secrets, I'm holding you to it that you gonna keep my secret. That was how the next day, this guy called me and gave me A to Z everything that I told this sister. This sister, unbeknownst to me, had a relationship with this man all along. And then when I told her that secret, she just went and laid it out plain before this guy. It was a problem. This girl became heartbroken. She became sick. She fell sick, terribly sick. Meanwhile, when I left this guy, when I finally left, I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to offend God to keep you. So I'm going to walk away. I was terribly heartbroken to myself. For 2 weeks, I didn't step out of the house. I was inside the house. And then, while I was hiding for 2 weeks, the gist was spreading. And it was a small town. So everybody was beginning to hear different versions of this thing that I told this one sister. Another person called me from a different church and said, is this what is happening? Are you trying to break a strong relationship? Me trying to break a relationship I did not know was existent. The girl told me she never had nothing to do with the guy. The guy told me he does not have anything to do with the girl. I was beginning to be seen as somebody that was breaking a relationship. My brothers and sisters, that's how the gist spread in our small town. That Toshai wants to break the relationship. Toshai is dating this person. It was, see, it sounds simple now, but it was drama. It was terrible to me. Then I went somewhere one day and somebody was using my story as an example on the pulpit. And I was so young then. I did not know how to get myself out of this mess. It affected me to a point that it affected my health. And gradually, when one gist comes, another gist goes. Gradually, that situation was able to gently roll over and finally disappear. And I washed my hand from this person. After so many years, though, he called me and apologized. But I was like, wait, what did I even see? Because on a normal day, he's not even somebody that I would like. I wonder how this love thing works. I didn't know he was dating this other person right before my eyes. And she was denying. When you ask her, she denied. When you ask him, he denied. So I was like, why were they denying it? Because he was not claiming her, but he was like kind of showing me off. And then she was saying, no, we don't have anything to do with each other. And he was like, no, 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 I don't have anything to do with her. So I was like, wait, what is the problem? And then I was now seen as the person that is breaking a happy couple. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for following this. If you've not watched the previous video on this midnight gist series, please watch it and enjoy my gist and life stories with me. I'll come back with more. Thank you. Please subscribe. Good night. Bye.